34.5 for Marcus. Unresolved brawl here, though. 34.4 for Murphy's, keeping the pressure on. 4.9 for Kelly. Then Stevie Richards, Russell Ingall, Mark Scaven, more trouble. Big trouble here at the hairpin. Bright is one of them.
One of the Orcon
Alex
cars.
Davison is the other. I didn't see which of the Larkham Motorsport Orcon entries it was. What a day of drama.
Seeing a replay to tell us what happened in turn 9.
So contact between Steve-O and Jason Bright, and then everybody else just tripped over it. Now, the interesting thing there is that Brighty's just run into one of his own cars.
Yes, he has. The Brightech Fujitsu Ford.
And you know, the interesting point in that, regardless of who may be right or wrong.
Heimgartner, Van Gisbergen, Hazelwood, Percat, Slade, Whincup, Mostert has come up. Bang! In the fence hard there. That's at turn 1 for Whincup. Off the road by a long way.
You okay? You okay?
Top gear, can't see. Ooh, almost drilled the back of Di Pasquale. And this is the challenge. The gravel's done a fine job, and so are those safety barriers down there, which there's a bit of science in the way they're constructed. And he's got the brake clamp, but it's doing absolutely nothing as he tours the wilderness on the outside of turn 1. Now that would be the best part of 230, 40, 50 kilometres an hour as he flew off down there. Mark, you had a very nasty moment that was a big bell ringer down there years ago, and it's a pretty frightening thing. And look, just no chance of turning in there.
Green flag is in the air. Overlap in the background. And that'll be D'Alberto to the inside of Brock Feeney. And Josh Fife's going to go sailing around all of them. They're going to go 3 wide down there at turn 1. There's no way that's going to work. Payne's off. Missouri's off. Payne's got a really big head of steam going, and he crunches the tyre barriers.
So those tyre barriers do a great job. Yes, there's heavy contact and big damage to Matt Payne's car.
They're going everywhere, Gar.
Well, they were 3 and 4 wide into their Chad. That's not going to work. So Payne, big contact. Josh Fife here, he's going to go around the outside of everyone. And then Payne just comes out of the gloom straight ahead. Missouri follows him. You can see him once he gets onto the old drag strip there. That's a burnout pad now. You are a passenger and into those tyre bundles.
This is a huge day for Garth Tander, isn't it? Locked in the outside. They go side by side with Craig Rounds through turn 2. Tangle back in the pack. Tony Longhurst caught up there. Looks like Jason. Tander's gone. That's Garth Tander caught in the middle of that. Let's hope they miss him. There is smoke everywhere. He has kept the foot into it. There's Longhurst. He's gone. Well, just when the day was looking fantastic for Tander, he got caught up. His teammate was alongside, and Jason Bright.
Oh, boy, no, stop it.
Well, just when we thought it was a calm day, that looks like it could be Dougal McDougall, is it? Yes, so hard to pick up. Yes, it is. Dougal McDougall in the yellow Quench car. He is crunched.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if they stop it, actually, because it's on the outside of the circuit, and really, it's what's going on. This is Thomas Mazzero.
John Bow, too.
Oh, boy.
John Bow in the Caterpillar Falcon. He got caught up in that, too. There were cars flying everywhere. Thomas Mazzero, the Densatron car, badly damaged.
Look here, well, it's... Oh, yeah, so somebody got... that was Tony Longhurst got punted up the backside. I couldn't quite see who did it. Dougal. And then it was... Oh, it all happens just coming out the previous right-hander. Obviously, someone got a touch. Oh, dear. Just shows how you can get involved as an innocent party, doesn't it?
It's actually Jamie Whincup. I'm sorry, I've got that totally mistaken, because Whincup has been able to displace his teammate. Nice job, Jamie Whincup.
Two of them heavily buried, and one of them is Brody Kostecki. The other one
is James Courtney. The 2 boost cars are in the fence.
Here we go. This is riding with Brody.
Yeah, they're gone.
Bang.
Third from the back, Matt Charter, the green and white car. There's a lockup. Big lockup on the left front. It's like for me, like he was closing in on Rene Gracie just a little bit too fast. Man, he carried some speed.
Well, you'd suspect Lowndes' car would be just as quick as Mark Scapes, but he's currently lapping up.
Oh, goodness me.
No, that's one of the
Holden Young Lions.
Holden Young Lions cars.
That's Todd Kelly.
Todd Kelly has crunched the Holden Young Lions car. Now, he had a very bad accident at the Australian Grand Prix meeting in Melbourne.
That to me looks like coming through turn 1. That is a really, there he is. He's coming off turn 1 and very, very badly injured himself. But fortunately, looks like Todd getting out okay. Whoa. Oh my goodness.
Let's hope he's all right. He had a tough weekend in Melbourne, and the year hasn't started very well for Todd at all. He's in a lot of pain.
Oh, sit down, son.
Great move, Shane van Gisbergen.
We were somewhat mystified, wondering what was going on, and it's still going on, and he's turned him. McLaughlin has turned Van Gisbergen at turn 2. Does Shane survive that one? That's a pivotal moment in the championship.
McLaughlin will be in serious trouble over that, and a huge amount of damage for Whincup. He gets the car stopped, and bang.
Yeah, but did Scott have someone... There's damage on the front of David's car.
Because there's heaps of gap there, and that's the damage.
Right, yes.
So as they all pop up.
That was the secondary effect.
Now, just a few laps later, Paul Morris had a very scary moment. Bang! On the outside of turn 1, and that is what has caused this most recent safety car period.
Pretty heavy contact there. He's got fresh air, and now Whincup on the inside, and on the outside of him is Shane van Gisbergen and Will Davison back and forth.
Oh, big spin there for Courtney. Can he keep it off the fence? He just slightly rubs the fence on the inside of turn 1.
CL sometimes a bit of a demon on the way in.
Oh, there goes Greg Ritter. That is a big accident. He's lost the front end of that car. The green-eyed monster has no eyes.
Yeah, I'm all right. She just touched the back of the wall. I'll just bring it back slowly.
Oh, I think that's turn 1.
Plucked the splitter right off it. And,
Take a look at this Greg Ritter incident. This is at the end of turn 1. Look at the amount of speed he's got through there. Now watch this. He'll hit a ditch here because there's been quite a few in the other categories right there. He loses the front splitter off that car, and he is so lucky not to end up in the wall. The dirt, of course, is designed to slow them down. It does so, but look at the amount of speed he's carrying into that.
well, I can tell you what it is. It's just on 200 kilometres an hour. Looked like he just got wide onto the marbles. How that thing didn't actually roll is a miracle. And then there's that little culvert that you talk about at the end there, Matthew, and it's plucked the splitter off the front of it. And
he was lucky.
3 wide at turn 8. LeBrock on
it's in the fence.
and he's managed to tag his teammate. Round goes Cam Waters. It's another bad news weekend, unfortunately, for Cam. See if we can unpack more of the story for you. So right there was when Hazelwood gave Waters a tap. Yeah, that's a bit unusual.
This is Russell Ingall and Mark Scaife. We said that it was a very, very fiery situation brewing.
I tell you what, it looks to me like Russell's got a bit of a case to answer there. By gee.
Well, Scaife would be absolutely livid.
He's well up the inside. He hasn't given him a lot of room, but... Whoa.
Now, was that a result of him coming off the edge of the bitumen, or... I'm only being the devil's advocate here, but I can tell you this, that Mark Scaife reacted this way. Now, watch this. Look at the Scaife attitude, and look what Ingall does in response. Now, we've seen drivers, we've seen Bob Jane and Alan Moffat, or at least Bob Jane in that instance, come to blows. We've seen Longhurst do it. Now, I have never seen anything quite like that.
Well, he was, I mean, he was basically still had to make a tyre stop. And I was trying to sneak past, and we were having a fair battle, but he was blocking everywhere. And finally, he made a little mistake, and he ran a little bit wide into turn 9. And as we come out together, we were both sort of struggling for traction grip, and the cars moved around a little bit, so they sort of half got together, a little bit of a bump, and then all of a sudden, you know, bang, and turned me around enough in a straight line to fire it straight in the fence, which is just out of order. I mean, it's one of the worst things I've ever been involved with in this game.
As far as championship goes, another blow as well.
Yeah, I mean, at that stage, we only had to basically then finish up there somewhere to finish second for the year, so, you know, it's cost that. But, I mean, the thing about it is I always, you know, look at it in reverse. If it was in reverse, Darryl, I would have found a way not to fire the bloke around. And although the manufacturer battle and the competition's fantastic and it's rough and it's hard and it's great, I mean, that sort of stuff is just dead set out of order. I mean, I've calmed down a little bit now. I'm back to about 160 heart rate. But, I mean, seriously, if that was any other sport, he'd be out for a year. That's the sort of stuff.
A lot of people are talking about it when he came out in that next lap and you walked out to the track to show him a gesture. Give us a talk through that.
Oh, well, I walked out to give him a character referencing, and then, you know, and he's actually swerved at me. For whatever reason, you decide that that's all right, you know.